innuendos in there that's not true.
Okay?
But I did not, so basically I did not disobey him because I did go the way he told me to go.
Outstanding. I will afford an opportunity. Mr. Roper, you have any comment?
No.
Commissioner Durfee, you have any comments? Commissioner McNeil?
I'm still confused about which way he went, and I'm sorry.
Okay.
I
No
really
problem.
am. I'm sorry.
Commissioner Gowan, do you have any comments?
I do have to say for the record that I'm not scared of anybody in this room or anybody in this city. And I'm up here to do my job, and I will do it the best I see fit. You can count on it and take it to the bank.
All right. Outstanding. Next, we have on the agenda, we have the items on the consent agenda. And Mr. City Manager, would you do me a favor and read the first line on all items that are on the consent agenda as a reminder, and also to let the citizens know what we have a generalized consensus of.
Okay. You have 8 items, Mayor and Commission, and the first item is the review of the minutes of the November 14th. The second item is the repeal of the city ordinance, Chapter 98, Vehicles for Hire. The third item is the Sunday sale alcohol beverage fee. The fourth item is the approval of the work authorization number 3, T-Hanger Area Development Design Phase. The fifth item is the appointment of the Land Bank Authority, and those individuals are Mr. Theodore Braswell and Mrs. Sidney McNeil. The sixth item, is the 2016 CHIP application. The seventh item is the award of the street resurfacing contract to East Coast Asphalt. Did I say East Falls? East Coast Asphalt. We'll get it right. The last item, number 8, is the purchase of one 2017 Ford Explorer Pursuit. Item is the street Pursuit. Number 8 is the purchase of one 2017 Ford Explorer Pursuit utility vehicle. Those are all the items.
Outstanding. Thank you very much, Mr. Jacobs. I entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second one.
The motion and second for the items on the consent agenda. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. We have a few items that we brought forward also.
Okay. The first item is the alcohol beverage ordinance amendment. This will be read for the first time. Jerome Adams will read.
I get to read a lot tonight.
Yes, it.
All right, be it ordained by the Mayor and Board of Commissioners of the City of Douglas and regular meeting assembled pursuant to lawful authority thereof, the environmental code and regulations of the City of Douglas, Georgia is amended and stands amended as follows. Section 6.1 definitions, delete the definition of restaurant and bowling alley and replacing it with bowling alley. Bowling center means an establishment which is licensed to sell distilled spirits, malt beverages, or wine, and which derives 50% of its total annual gross revenue either from the rental of bowling lanes and bowling equipment and the sale of prepared meals and other food products. A bowling alley center also includes any indoor room space or area which is open to or frequented by the public and operated for gain, and which is located for the use of one or more surface ways, usually 42 inches by 60 feet in dimension each, upon which balls are rolled towards standing pins. Restaurant means any public place kept, maintained, advertised, and held out to the public as a place where meals are served, and at least 50% of its total annual gross sales are derived from the sale of prepared meals or food. Add section 671, exception to days, hours of sale. The sale of alcoholic beverages for consumption on the premises on Sundays from 12:30 p.m. until 12 midnight in any licensed establishment which derives at least 50% of its annual gross sales from the sale of prepared meals or food and meets the definition of a restaurant in this section. Class 2 licensed retail sales on Sunday between the hours of 12:30 p.m. and 11:30 p.m. Bowling alley or center on Sundays between the hours of 12:30 p.m. and 12 midnight. Delete section 620 and replace it with section 620. Sales in town center district. It shall be unlawful for any person to sell, offer for sale, or distribute or otherwise dispense any alcoholic beverage, whether the same as a class 1, 2, or 3 license as defined by the Alcoholic beverage code within the Town Center Business District. The Board of Commission may authorize the sale of alcohol by the drink under a Class 3 license in the Town Center District, provided the business meets the definition of a restaurant as defined in Section 6.1 of the Alcoholic Beverage Code, or during any special event or catering that is approved by the Board of Commissioners. Often read for the first time in a regular meeting of the Mayor and Board of Commissioners of the City of Douglas, Georgia on November 28, 2016, and you'll have a second reading and take action on this on December 12th.
Okay. Next item is the disorderly conduct ordinance amendment. Once again, Jerome.
Be it ordained by the Mayor and Board of Commissioners of Douglas in a regular meeting assembled pursuant to lawful authority thereof, the offenses and miscellaneous provisions of the City of Douglas, Georgia is amended and stands amended as follows. Amended by deleting Section 62:14:20 and replacing with Section 62:14:20 consumes alcoholic beverages on any public street, sidewalk, or other public property within the corporate limits of the city. Possession of open containers of alcohol beverages or containers within seal broken shall be prima facie evidence of consumption. This code section shall not apply to any place where the Board of Commissioners has approved an alcoholic beverage special event permit, or whether other approved catered event. The code section shall not apply to any sidewalk or area where a business has a valid sidewalk cafe permit. Often read for the first time at a regular meeting of the Mayor and Board of Commissioners of the City of Douglas, Georgia on November 28, 2016, and you'll have a second reading and take action on this on December the 12th.
Okay. All right. I believe that's all that items. Okay, we got one more. Excuse me.
Annexation.
Annexation and rezoning petition of Douglas Coffee County Industrial Authority. Okay, Jerome.
Be it ordained by the Mayor and Board of Commissioners of the City of Douglas, Georgia, hereby ordained by authority same from and after the effective date of this ordinance, for described property contiguous to the City of Douglas, Georgia, hereby annexed into and made a part of the City of Douglas, Georgia, upon application of the owner's area contiguous to the City of Douglas as described in Exhibit A survey for Douglas Coffee County Industrial Authority, being Tract 1 consisting of 41.13 acres, and Tract 2 consisting of 17.37 acres, is hereby annexed into the City of Douglas as made a part of the city. The area described as Exhibit A, Douglas Coffee County Industrial Authority property shall be zoned M2 Industrial. The Clerk of the City of Douglas is instructed to send a certified copy of this ordinance together with a map and complete survey by a competent surveyor of the area to be annexed to the governing authority of Coffee County within 30 days after the effective date of the annexation set forth below. All ordinances and parts of ordinance in conflict with this ordinance are repealed. This ordinance shall become effective on the 12th day of December 2016. Often read for the first time at a regular meeting of the Mayor and Board of Commissioners of the City of Douglas, Georgia on November 28, 2016. And we'll have the second reading of this one on December the 12th.
Thank you very much.
Well, he can read fast. All right. The last item is the appointments to the Air Base Preservation Development Committee. Dale?
Just want to announce tonight there's 7 vacancies on the Air Base Preservation and Development Committee. We'll be advertising for anyone who'd like to serve on that committee during the next 2 weeks. Applications can be picked up here at City Hall. The Air Base Committee deals with the preservation and development of the World War II Army Air Force Base at the airport. Anybody interested, just come by City Hall, pick up application.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's all the items we have from the work session.
Outstanding.
And there's no need for utility appeal or executive session unless y'all.
Sounds good. Next, we have staff comments, and as always, we'll turn that over to Ms. Georgia Henderson.
Good
How you
evening.
doing, Georgia?
Doing well, you all.
Doing well.
Just want to share some announcements. First, we would like to thank everyone who came out the past weekend and participated in the first annual Community Thanksgiving Spectacular and the kickoff for our toy drive. Just want to let everyone know that the toy drive will continue on with our efforts of many joint organizations, including our Douglas Police Department, Fire Department, and other agencies. We'll collect new unwrapped toys for the toy drive, $10 value. We have a box at City Hall. Well, we'll have one at City Hall, our police department, and some other departments, the fire department, or you can make a monetary donation to the City of Douglas through our public information office. All monies that are raised will go 100% back to toys for kids 12 and under in this community. There's a great need from what I'm hearing. There's over 1,000 kids on the list for toys, and it's going to take some dollars and people making those donations to make every little boy and girl wish come true, so they can receive a toy for Christmas. The planned date for the toy distribution will be on December the 17th at Central Square Complex from 9 a.m. until 12 noon. And that The distribution will be for people who have already signed up for the toys. If you like to submit your name to the list, you can call the fire department, 384-4815, to see which steps you need to take to get your child registered on that list. Want to say that the City of Douglas will have a blood drive this Wednesday, November the 30th, from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. All donors who donate blood will receive a fleece blanket, a wellness checkup that will include your blood pressure, your iron count, and a cholesterol screening. So this holiday, give the gift of blood, of life, by donating blood. And that will, again, will be here at City Hall this Wednesday. This weekend is the 53rd Annual Festival of Lights Christmas Parade. We would like to see everyone out lining the street or participating in the parade either way. The parade will kick off this Saturday at 6:30 p.m. and we want to thank our sponsors of the parade, the City of Douglas, the Coffee County Commission, and the Douglas Coffee County Chamber of Commerce. The Martin Center will host 3 events for the holiday season. One is a concert on December the 7th by John Glosson. Another is on December the 10th. It's one of the dance studios presenting a production called Polar Express. And another on December the 17th, another dance studio, Expression Dance Studio, presents Happy Holidays. There are many other community events taking place now until the end of the year. We want everyone to get involved. For a list of all the events taking place in the community, we like to push everyone to our website, cityofdouglas.com, to get the full details, or you can call the Public Information Office, 383-0277. And just want to say, if you're that last-minute person signing up for the parade, we are taking registrations through this Friday up until 5 o'clock at the Public Information Office, 211 South Gaskin Avenue. We're located inside the Ashley Slater House. Those are my announcements. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda, we have general comments from the audience. If we have a citizen that is present that would like to address the council, please go to the podium, state your name, address, telephone number, and your concern.
Good evening.
Good
My name
evening.
is Thomas Paul, 1509 North Gaston. I got a question, and I was just listening to what was going on. But the thing is I seen a lot of attitude when she said what she said about him in that corner over there. And it make people, if they watching this, it make the community feel bad, you know? And it ain't about racism and all this here. It's just the way that they doing things. Cause anybody else get a ticket, it ain't 2 months, it ain't 3 months, it's right then. And so if the community hear this on TV, they feel like they could do it. You know, why we can't get away with it? It's gonna be a problem if we do anything. So now, my thing is, Commissioner Pierce, when you get denied, let God handle it. Cause one thing about Coffee County, it always been crooked. And ain't nothing gonna change unless the people change their ways and their outlook on this city. Cause this city got a dark cloud over it. And people need to be honest. If you ain't down for right, like you say, move. And so one thing about God, if you wrong, it'll leap. It don't take darkness. It's dark out there. Morning coming. You got a lawyer or sit here and say one thing and change it up. All this here, God got to handle this. You can't handle this. He can't handle this. Can't nobody handle this but God. So when you got an attitude like what I just seen, cause of what you said, that show you favoritism and show you how they feel about you. So you don't care about how nobody feel about you. You let God work this out.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
My name is Tina Berry. My address is 51 Parkway Avenue, Douglas, Georgia. I'm here to ask you guys to reconsider the Thanksgiving and Christmas Day no alcohol sales. I own the Time Out Sports Bar and Grill, 1009 North Peterson Avenue. And I thank you for the Sunday sales, everybody that voted for it, and all of you guys that agreed. But now I come to you asking about the Thanksgiving Day, the holiday sales. I see that was never really approached or had any referendum on it. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. I have a question, being that you can stand up there, but it's to our staff. But no, because I really wasn't aware that we had that until recently. When did that happen? Do y'all know?
Is Roger still here? Me and Roger looked at it. Actually, that's a local provision that we have the ability to put in. It's put in years ago. I don't know how. 1978.
Really?
Yeah. So.
I could have sworn.
Yeah, because Ms. Berry did her due diligence. She called the state, and the state told her, no, that's a local call in relation to that. So when we did the referendum, none of us thought about holidays prospectively or whatever. So it was just one of those things that it didn't come up because our main focus was to put the referendum on for the citizens to vote on the Sunday sales, not the holiday issue in regards to that. So.
Yeah.
But you have the power by ordinance to change
Change
those
it.
holidays if you so choose.
Okay. And it's been there since the 70s. Okay, so I graduated from high school. Okay, no wonder.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
That is.
That's
Thank you.
something we can definitely look at.
Greetings. My name is George Boston Ryan, 5004 Oak Drive, Valdosta, Georgia. And I just got a comment for the council and to the mayor and all you elected officials. On my YouTube channel, Boston GBR, I'm covering 16 to 18 cities and counties dealing with city and county governments. And I know and I can tell that people took things at heart this evening. But I want to commend Douglas, and I'm not doing this for any favoritism, for somebody to say something good about me or nobody else. But I want to commend the mayor and you elected officials in this regard. When I look at you all had opposition, I watched how you dealt with it. And believe it or not, I've gone through some cities that if this would have happened, people would have walked out of the meeting and it would just be in total chaos. So I'm going to take my seat, but I started not to say nothing. But all these cities that I go through and see turmoil, people fight one another far worse than anything I've seen here tonight. So I want to commend Douglas for the camaraderie that you do have without all the outbursts that definitely, as a retired military veteran of 21 years, this is more like the nation that I serve to protect. And I thank you all very much, Douglas.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Yes, sir.
At this time, yes.
My name is Theodore Braswell. I live right here in Douglas. And I came tonight to tell you that we have a ministerial allowance. We also have the Coffee County ministerial allowance, which I'm a part of that also, but we have another one. It's the Afro-American Ministerial Allowance. And what we're trying to do is try to catch those that are unchurched, those that are not participating in the one that we have. I know last year we had a rent of a heart, we would have like 15 to 2,000 people, but that's really not a percentage of the people that live in Coffee County. So we have a lot of work to do. That being said, at December the 12th, 13th, and 14th, we're having a revival at Hightower Memorial Temple. And on the 18th, we're having a banquet. And those that are in the Coffee County Ministerial Alliance, they're going to come over and help us do some things on that side of the track. I forget, Phil, this is Richard Hutchinson commission down here. But I was speaking because I'm the chairman of this Coffee County Ministerial Alliance, this Afro-American Ministerial Alliance. Now some don't agree with the name, but the name have nothing to do with racism. We name it because we want to reach those, so we can continue to have meetings like we have now. The only thing we have one ministerial alliance, in 2 places. The same as Jerome would tell you with our American Legion. We have 2 American Legion, but it's really 1 American Legion in 2 places. So we're going to be working close together, and we need a building. We're applying for the West Center on December the 18th, and we want to get permission. And I talked to the mayor this afternoon, city manager.
They look alike. They favor.
This afternoon, and I talked to a few of the commissioners. So we certainly would appreciate it if we can get the West Center December the 18th, 2016.
And what we're going to do, we're taking 100 kids that's from the neighborhood, take 100 kids, and we're going to dress them out, make them feel good. Those that during this time of the year, they need to know that there's somebody care. You know, everybody's reaching out. This time of giving and everything. We're going to take 100 kids. We're going to dress them out uniformly, take and feed them. We're going to have a revival, give them the word. Then we're going to take them over here and show them that we love them. And all the people going to come together. It's not going to just be one group. But that's what we are, to try to reach those that try to reach the fatherless.
Right.
Because, you know, our neighborhood, we got a lot of kids that don't have fathers at home, and that's what we're trying to do, create an organization that become peer mentors to these kids in our neighborhood.
And we're also working with the Board of Education to make sure that our children don't fall through the cracks. And we're going to set up some stuff like tutoring for those that are unable to hire tutoring. So we need your support so we can move forward for all our endeavors.
And I did advise Mr. Reverend Baswell that y'all would have to vote on that issue in consent in relation. There is a administrative fee that we charge in regards to that. So I did advise them of that, and they're aware of all
And
that.
also the letter that we need to write.
Right, and they would want to, they're going to write a letter to that effect as well. So obviously, if y'all are in consensus to proceed, then they can promote it,
Well,
but
let's
then
see.
we will ratify it on
Let
the
us
8th.
see. This is what the nation does. This is
Oh,
what the
okay,
nation does.
yeah, that is.
All right, check this out. These 2 gentlemen here, not the best looking. They come up here, you know what I mean? They could have found 2 better looking. They could have found 2 better.
I think they look pretty good, Mayor.
You couldn't hold it.
He could.
He gonna want some votes. How many we got? About 500?
We can change it. Y'all the best looking guys I've seen in a while. It is a blessing to see both y'all over there. How you feel about that?
Oh, no problem.
Commissioner Moore? You? What you got?
No problem.
I'm on board.
You good?
All right, we'll bring it back on the 12th, y'all. Ratify.
We're good? Sounds good. We
Thank you
good?
very much.
Thank you all very much.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it. That was a good comeback. That's like the best comeback ever. Real good.
We now know who Mr. Braswell is.
Exactly. I'm proud of you, okay?
All right,
My land bank
at this
authority,
point,
Mr. Bradshaw.
do we have any other citizens so I can close this and we can move on? We appear to be at the conclusion of that. As always, I'll close it with the comments of the Marion Commission. And we're going to start, we're going to start with Commissioner Tayward sing at his wedding.
You know what you want.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound. You want to hear that?
Wait. Let's get it on.
You need to stop.
That's long.
Some of this might have to be censored.
You gonna let me sing?
No.
Okay. It's gonna continue.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Truly, I hope and pray that everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving holidays.
And we're approaching our Christmas holiday. And, you know, the purpose of Christmas and the true meaning of Christmas, you know, try to teach and educate a child on what the true meaning of Christmas is. It's not just getting a gift. It's not just, you know, seeing a tree, but it's all about Jesus Christ and his birth. And, you know, and it's good, you know, to teach them about Santa Claus. That's good too. But just make sure you teach them about Jesus Christ. That's the meaning for Christmas. And our prayers go out towards the Andrews and Brockington family. And my prayers go out to my family, the Harrells family. And this month, it was an announcement, but I'll make an announcement. On this month, December 17th, I will be getting married. Yes. And the man will not be singing at my wedding. Why you gotta call me out? And that's a great, chapter that's been the start. And I just want to commend the citizens of Douglas. Y'all been doing real good. I mean, like with the keeping your yards clean and stuff. You don't have to really mow because the season of mowing is about over. But with the trash and everything, I think we done went down with the littering, if I'm not mistaken, with dumping stuff out in illegal places where you can't dump it out. I think we done went down with that if I'm wrong or whatever. But, it takes the citizens to make the community, and we thank them for that. And I tell you, we in the month of November, and this is the 11th month of this year. I started in January. I didn't know if I was going to start or if I was going to finish. Yeah. I didn't know if I was going to start or I was going to finish because I had a stroke on December the 19th. And I'm here. I'm alive. I can move. I can think. I've seen a lot of people up there that had strokes, clots to the brain. They were just looking at the wall and looking at the ceiling. But I can look at everybody, and I can be the voice for my citizens of today, of Ward 2, who I appreciate Ward 2. Yes, we got the highest ward in Douglas.
No, you don't.
No, yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. I take credit for that. But, and it's just been a pleasure working with every councilman, and, every councilman and commissioner, And one thing I like about our commission, we might not agree on everything. Because, if everybody was like Tay, this would be a hard world. Because I'm very crucial. A lot of people say, oh, he's so friendly, but, I'm just that type of person. I'm opinionated and, but I probably don't want to see a lot of me around here because I'll be getting mad because everybody be just like me. But, with all of us that's here, it takes the difference to make, to make those things. It takes us to make that drive go for our commission. We might not agree on everything, but at the end of the day, we try to sway with each other. We try to make means with each other and everything. And it's just been a good job working with you all. And as it,
Which was Beyonce you married from? Where's she from?
she's from Fitzgerald in Osceola, Georgia. Her dad is Deputy Ronald Dixon.
He told me, you talked about my office, told me to tell you, you treated with dog right, he come up.
Oh, I'm treating her right now. You best believe that.
I didn't know that.
I'm treating her right now. He had to come shoot me yet, so I'm doing something right.
And Mr. Mayor, that's my nephew, and that's my cousin, so you really need my vote. And I close my case. He gonna drop the mic on.
And I'm his new best friend too.
He gonna drop the mic on.
That's all I got to say though, but I thank all departments heads. I thank all the department heads and thank every worker of the city of Douglas because it take all y'all to make the city what it is and what it is today. Every department head, every worker, we don't, sometimes it's good to tell people thank you. Just to tell a word of thanks, And that's more than money, that's more than everything. And we're not working for a crown just here, but we're working a crown up there. And one thing about it, can't no man take my crown away. I got the opportunity to get that crown, so that's why I have to do right by these citizens and by them putting me in place and being the voice and to speak right when it's wrong. And that's why I'm here. And, you know,